Yes, and these strikes, the first of their kind, have been organised for basically the worst possible time for the country. They're going to be in the run-up to Christmas at exactly the same time when office Christmas parties are, for example, which tends to lead in a spike in A&E emergencies. Then you've also got the pressure of elderly people who tend to get ill in the colder months around the winter. And, of course, this is against the backdrop, as always, of a 7.1 million NHS waiting list. These strikes, just 5 days of strikes, are expected to see 30,000 operations postponed and treatment like dialysis and chemotherapy.
But I thought it was, oh, gosh, it won't impact people's healthcare, don't worry. Well, there's 30,000 people there who are impacted, let alone the people on dialysis and chemo.
Yes, as you say, it makes life quite difficult for Rishi Sunak. He's already said that the 19% pay rise that nurses are demanding is quite obviously unaffordable, in his words. But it's quite hard to see how any kind of compromise is going to be reached, because Rishi Sunak is looking at a pay rise in the sort of low single figures. And to try and bridge between that and the 19% pay rise that nurses are demanding is looking pretty much impossible at the moment.
Yeah.
So it seems quite likely, though we hate to think about it, that this might not be the last of the nurses' strike.
Where's Keir Starmer on all of this?
Yeah, well, Keir Starmer is fudging a little bit. He wants to see a rise in nurses' pay, and he is saying that the government should commit to a rise in nurses' pay, but he's not quite going as far as to say that they should commit to the whole rise that the nurses are asking for. And Rishi Sunak has shot back, saying that Keir Starmer needs to stand up to the union paymasters. But complication is that in the country, people are obviously very fed up with not getting their treatment, obviously a very long waiting list. But there is a lot of warm feeling towards nurses since the pandemic. And there is a feeling that as they are leaving the profession in their droves, there probably is a case for a pay rise. So it's quite difficult for leaders of both parties to come down too firmly on either side without alienating the electorate.